Hi, this is Rich with Rich Baum Photography, Sacramento, California, and we are in Sacramento, Fair Oaks to be precise, where I live, and we have nature back here, and it's just wonderful. Great time of the year, it's cooling down, having a great old time. Thanks for joining me. This is my channel where I talk about all things photography related, but real estate photography related. Today I've got a product review, which I wanted to do for some time, and this is about a monopod. These are Bushman Monopods, but first I just want to say thanks for Adorama for sponsoring my channel. If you're going to go buy something, go to Adorama and use that affiliate link, which is in the show notes. Helps me make these free, yes, free videos. Check out Shooting Spaces. Got all kinds of stuff going on, but I'll have all that information in the show notes. So, yeah, as many people know, I'm into 360 photography, but I'm mainly into the real estate 360 photography. I'm trying to hold the box down. Into the real estate photography specifically, and doing photos, not videos. But we're going to touch upon what you can do with this new monopod in a minute, and it's going to be anywhere from doing real estate videos, 360s, virtual tours, or it's going to be for attaching it to your car to do fun videos, to do all kinds of stuff. I'm really excited about this new product because I've been using this Bushman monopod here, which is, I've had it for about 2.5 years, and it is by far, the Bushman monopods are the best monopods on the market for 360, and I've really enjoyed this. It's not because they're sponsoring me, and I'm not getting paid to do this. I did get a free monopod, but I'm just fully believe in them. As everything that I do, I believe in. So I'm going to show you the old monopod, which is very similar to the new monopod, and but I'm going to show you all the new things, the attachments and such. But they've had feet that are really good, and they go wide enough so you can go exteriors and you're not going to have your monopod fall over, though you should always be very careful with that. I always have the extra weight on the bottom of this monopod, and it's a basic monopod that goes up and goes down, and very compact. It goes up about head height. This is a little lower than this one, but as this is stock, it goes to about here, and that's more than enough for real estate videos. Very lightweight, super well built. These things are absolutely works of art, and I put it up there with my Arca Swiss D4 head. These are the equivalent in monopods. So I've got on here a Trizio 360 camera, which I'm also doing a video on, a new 360 camera, but this is really about the monopod. So let's get into the Bushman, the new Bushman. It is the Bushman Pro, and it comes in this nice box, but I don't do unboxing videos. But it just is going to go about, the whole thing is first class, and really well made, good product service. I've always been happy with the company, and I was so excited when they sent me all these new gadgets because I love it. It comes in this case. I'm not going to really go into the case. It's a zippered case, and personally I would not be using a case. I just put my monopod, I fold it up, fold the legs up, and stick it in my car. But for this video, I'm going to show you all the little accessories that comes with this new Bushman Pro. So it comes here, and it has all these things. It comes with a nice lanyard, which I'm not going to be using the lanyard, but it's fun to have. Got a little clip on here, a screw-on clip, which you could use to hang things. And it's nice, but I'm not really here for all the gadgets and stuff. I'm really here to do 360 real estate tours, but I want to show you a couple of things. So I'm going to move this table out of the way. What I want to do is to focus on a couple of the new things. One is this has new feet, and the footprint is bigger than the old one, quite a bit bigger, which means you're going to get more support. The other thing too is this had a different way of folding up. The new one can fold down with these little clips. You just hit the clips, and there's two positions. So this can fold down like this, which is how I always do this monopod, but also it can now flip up, and that's going to be really nice to get compact if you want, and super nice there. Okay, now they have all these different attachments. I'll go into those in a second. So we have our legs, and they fold down and click for one height. This is the widest, the most stable, and then you can go a second click. And for me, that is where I am on my 360, because I want a smaller footprint. I want to have it big enough that it's going to be stable, but small enough I don't see it. And this is about where I'm going to be at. Extremely sturdy, but if you're outdoors on grass, you got to be really careful, because it can still blow over. And I know many photographers that have done that. On top of the legs is the new weight, which isn't that much different than the old weight. So the difference therein is I will show you, because it's pretty darn cool. I'm going to try and incorporate the new features, which I'll be honest with you, these new features I'm not going to be using for my 360, but other people will be using them. Okay, so we can take off this weight now. And if we don't want it on the top, which it's very good support, it adds extra weight, extra stability, we can put it on the bottom, which gives it even more stability. And the lower the weight is to offset the weight up high, that's what we want. Another thing we can do as well, this is a big part of the new Bushman Pro. It has magnets. These are pretty darn cool, and they can screw into all these different areas on the monopod. It can screw into the base where you would want to, maybe everything is 1/4-20, so it could screw into the base, and then you can attach it to something metal like your car. Okay, but be careful with safety-wise if you're going to go driving and doing videos. The next one would be, it can screw into the weight, and it has various holes with, let me get up and show you, various holes, and they are all different angles. So there's a 10-degree angle, 45-degree angle, and a 25-degree angle. So if I want to, let me put my sound department back. If I wanted to, I can just screw these into the base here, and I'll be honest with you, and it's actually really easy to screw in if you're not making a video, of course. I'm actually going to take the weight off. So these are more, I call this the Swiss Army knife of monopods, because it does so much and has so many options. But here is screwed in at a 45-degree angle. And now I can screw in my monopod into the weight, okay? And now I can attach it, and I'll show you in a minute how we can attach it. I can attach it at a 45-degree angle to my car if I wanted, a wall, a metal device, anything metal, and it can give you that option. Another option is, if we didn't want to use an angle like that, if we want to do it straight, we could screw in a weight. And I really got to tell you, it may look kind of cumbersome and long to screw in these weights, but in reality, it really isn't. It has a new attachment here, which goes up and down, and I can use it to screw in one of these weights. You get 3 of these weights, and I heard on another video, and I'm going to leave his name and his link to his video, because it's very comprehensive. It's much more comprehensive than I would do, or I will do, because he's into all the other 360 things. And I'm pretty sure that Ben Claremont has one or will have one. Maybe not at the time of this video, but we'll have one. It's being released like next week, so I'm on it. Now it's got 2 weights there, so you could put it to the side of a car, angle it anything you wanted. Side of a railing, a metal building, a metal shack, And there you've got, you're probably wondering what this thing is. I'm going to tell you in a minute. So anyway, we've got the opportunity to put on these weights, and that is pretty cool, I'll tell you. So I'm going to put these back on, and again, I hope you can see here, it's not really that complicated to put on all these things. They're really smooth, well manufactured, well designed, super bomb proof. Get it, bomb proof? That's an old joke. Anyway, so what is this thing? Let me get a little closer to you. I want to show you this thing. This is something I'm going to actually use, and I'm really excited about it. By the way, this is just my GoPro, my Action GoPro Max. It's my Action 360. I do my kiteboarding video. I attach it and ride with my kiteboard and do 360 videos. But here, this is the new light. What am I going to use the light for? Well, listen, I'm not going to use it all the time, but if I had a completely dark room for a 360, I would use this light. And basically, it's just got all of the buttons here, so you can do power on. Let's just hold it down and put power on. 1, 2, 3, there we go. So here, let's do the dimmer. The little green light is on. Let's do the dimmer. Now, there are 5, if I'm correct, 5 degrees of light. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on top of that, which is really freaking cool, it's got color temperatures. So this is the warm. This is a little cooler, like mixed. I don't know the exact Kelvin temperature, but the other video you'll be swayed to watch will tell you the Kelvin. And the next one is totally cool, cool light. This is really good if you are in a theater in a home or something. It puts out enough light. It should not be seen by your 360 camera. I think I'm going to keep it up top and not on the bottom, but it is also, supposedly, it doesn't have a lot of glare, a lot of reflection and such. So I think it's, hold on a second. I think it is a really, going to be a really good addition to my kit. Okay? So I'm just going to, now I'm going to, oh, one more thing I want to tell you about. You can actually open this up. Okay? This is really exciting too. I'm glad I didn't forget it. And there's a USB-A, the ability to go out for power. So this can be a battery pack to power your camera. And as we all know, the Ricoh Z camera, the battery sucks, so it really helps to have this. So all you'd have to do is run it up a little teeny cable and you can run it around here. This is also a little extension, which helps be able to have a small footprint inside your 360 camera. The Ricoh especially, you have to have an adapter. Well, actually this monopod I think can go directly in, and you can access the battery port, the USB-C battery port. So anyway, I think I've covered everything. The main thing I want to cover though is that it is really, really well made, and it's super. I'm going to turn this light off because it's a little distracting. So I'm just going to hold it down. And it's just a USB-C plug to power it up. And I don't know how many milliamp hours it is, but I think it would probably charge your 360 camera up once. Okay, so there we go. And I just again want to say that the Bushman product is really, really good. It is a substantial upgrade to the original one. I don't have a price. I know it's going to be over 200, so it's not super cheap, but you know what? It's worth it, and it is really, I don't know if your package would come with the light or it's extra, but I just wanted to do this before they come out, they release it, so people will get to see it. And go check it out. And it's Bushman is online, and I'll put all that information in the show notes. But I'm also going to add on afterwards, I'm going to add on some images in this video of how you can mount this to a car. And I later will maybe do a little video driving around a very safe parking lot, but showing how you could put a camera outside your car and videotape in. I also have other kinds of little heads that I am able to adjust the angle. This is a GoPro head, so it's only able to go up and down, but you can find mini tripods, mini heads that you can move around and articulate. So Rich with Rich Baum Photography saying thanks a lot, and stick around for these